back one more time. It's Monday, May 8th, 2023. Welcome to the House of Masculinity. I am Blackjack. Salute. Tribe up. Peace to the tribe. Salute. Yeah, we about to get busy. Got another show lined up for the night. And we talking the Croatan Indians of the Carolinas. Salute. Y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video. Share the video to every knowledge you know. Hey, it's very important we get this message out. You know what I'm saying? YouTube got me on the shadow ban. You know what I'm saying? My videos should be getting more views than they get. But YouTube ain't pushing this kind of content. So tribe up with me, y'all. I need y'all help, man. You know, for every nigga watching this video, hey, put it out to 10 niggas you know. Get them to watch it. Show them what's up with where we from for real, my nigga. Salute. If you want to support monetarily, we got the Cash App at the top of the screen. Cash.app/$ House of Masculinity. Salute. You know what I'm saying? All proceeds will go back into the channel. We'll go back into the house. You feel me? And you can also support by going to www.strictlyformynagas.com and check out some of the fly merchandise we got on deck. Salute. And another way, you can hit us up in the super chats if you want to be heard, voice your opinion, or you can go ahead and get that membership starting as low as $2.99, which will get you access to the members only live streams like Solar Naga Charlie. Salute. And it'll also get you coupons if you want to pick up some merch from strictlyformynagas.com. So the membership basically will pay for itself. Salute to all the members that's already on deck. Salute to Teaching 777. Salute to Jackie Salah, Tribe Up, my A1 Day Ones. Salute to all subscribers. And if you ain't a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and share it. We about to get into it, but before we start, y'all, I went out to the mailbox and I was just talking about these vintage American Indian dolls, and I told you I had ordered a few. I had ordered a couple of them, and I got a box. Two of them actually showed up today. Here's one right here that I got on my desk. You know what I'm saying? A beautiful Indian doll here. You know what I'm saying? What you would call a rag doll or a yarn doll. And I'm gonna give y'all a better look at this. Pull the screen up a little closer. Let me take down this real quick. My video display.
Listen, there's a...
Alright, we get that video display out the way real quick. Yes, this is one of them. And I named her, let me see, can y'all see this? I named this one Lamarique. This is Lamarique. She got bells on. She's made out of yarn. She's got her hair braided, and it's got barrettes on the back. You know what I'm saying? My sister used to wear hair something like this. You know what I'm saying? Something like Tatuba. Something like my granny wore hair. She got on some kind of crown headband around her head. Yeah, this is a Indian rag doll. Salute. Copper color. The color race, Managa, so-called Negro, so-called black. Salute. Vintage rag doll. Real depiction. And yeah, I got another one. And yeah, check it out. She got a little like French loincloth on. You see that? See the French loincloth? You can see it in the back too. The French loincloth. You see that? The fringe just like the Hebrew Managa. Salute. Clearly a Naga. Clearly a nappy-headed Naga, right? Yeah, that's Lamarique. And if you look up top there above my calendar, that's Florida up there. That's her sister came with her. That's Florida. Salute to Lamarique and salute to Florida. You know what I'm saying? Two of my new additions. I got a couple more coming. I got a couple Eskimos coming, man. I said, boy, hey man, y'all better, if y'all want to get some of these rag dolls, I suggest you get on deck and go ahead and order. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Take your little nutty professor finger, like Sin for the P used to say. Shout out to Sin for the P. Rest in peace to Sin for the P. Take your little fat nutty professor finger and go and get on eBay. You better go on and order some, because Blackjack gonna be on order all of them. You know they got to be worth something. In fact, The invoice came in the package with it, and the seller, she sent a nice little letter with the invoice, and I'm gonna let y'all get a peek at that real quick. All right, so this the letter the seller sent. It says, "Hi, I don't understand these dolls, but they're interesting. So many cultures and cultural issues, right?" With a question mark. Take care. Hey, salute to Melinda at Vintage Friends, my new friend. Salute to Melinda at Vintage Friends. I'm gonna send Melinda a nice letter, and I will be ordering more from Melinda at Vintage Friends. And man, if y'all want to get some of these Indian rag dolls, these copper colored Nagas, I suggest you do it. Cause I got several on the way, and I will be ordering several more. I ain't gonna try to buy them all up. I'm gonna give y'all a chance. Don't be surprised. Y'all hit me up in the chat. Let me know where y'all at. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Share my noggin if you want to support. We got the Cash App at the top of the screen. We about to dive into this. We talking to Croatan Indians. But before we get into the Croatan Indians, our main topic of the night. Earlier today, we did a live stream talking about the beautiful spotted Negro boy, or the beautiful spotted Indian, or the wonderful spotted Indian, Managa. You know, we had a few let me get the video display back up so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, we showed some receipts basically about the beautiful spotted Indian boy. We showed what he looked like. That's a picture on right there. If you didn't see it earlier, you know, it's an albino young American Negro, you know what I'm saying, with his bow and his arrow. Let's see if I can blow that up where y'all can see it better. Try, but salute, hit that like, share the video. So there he is, a young, you know, kinky hair albino American Negro, aka American Indian, falsely called an African American. You big dummy. We here to tell the truth. We here to explore real history. Yeah, so we did a live stream on him earlier, and we saw they had him in the zoo and stuff. They told us all about him. They called him George, but he had a real name. They called him George Alexander Grattan, right? We read all about him earlier. If you missed that live, I suggest you go back and check it out. And we saw that he later on was called, as he grew older, still albino, right? He called the wonderful spotted Indian. So we learned that the beautiful Negro boy was actually the wonderful spotted Indian. We knew it though. We saw him with his bow and arrow. Salute. You big dummy. So I want to take this a little further to show y'all something else. Right here, this is Mary Sabina, born in 1736, Managa, 1736. Salute. Like this is not the this right here is not the beautiful spotted Negro boy. That's not what this is we're looking at now. We're looking at now a female. This is Mary Sabina, born in 1736, and the date of this is between 1740 and 1745. She was another toddler. We know that they kidnapped and stole toddlers and children from the Americas and took them back to Europe. We know this. We know Columbus did it. We know it. We know they enslaved them. We know the story. Let's look at Mary Sabina though. This is all on canvas. You know what I'm saying? The museum purchased through the generosity of an anonymous donor. Anonymous person donated. I wonder who. All right, description. A full-length depiction of a dark brown and white spotted girl, clothed only by a bit of blue drapery looped about her middle. She wears 2 bracelets, a necklace, and an earring dangles from her proper right earlobe, the other side of her head not being shown. She supports a small green parrot. Remember I told y'all earlier, when you see that little parrot, that's how you know we're talking American Negro. On her outstretched proper left hand, a painted cartouche in the lower right corner of the painting is inscribed with references to the subject. Behind the girl, a mountainous horizon line appears about the level of the girl's navel, with sky above. A palm of thatched roof building with a cross atop it can be seen below and beyond the girl's outstretched arms. Let's see what it says. It says provenance. The painting's early history is unknown. In the early 20th century, okay, it say 1700s what it said. It hung at Teldersley Park, demolished in 1955, Staffordshire, England. It was given by the 5th Lord Haverford to his sister, the Honourable Hester Littleton, Winchester, England. Sold at Christie's, London, 22nd of October, 1976. So so the royalty, some royal people had it. So this is legit. Inscribed. Let's see what it said. Inscribed in black paint on the cartouche within the composition is the true picture of Mary Sabina, who was born October 12, 1736 at Matuna, a plantation belonging to ye Jesuits in ye city of Cartagena in America. Salute, not in Africa, in America. We talking American Indians, Managa. Two Negro slaves named Martiano and Petrona. Martiano and Petrona, right? Label text. This depiction is of a dappled Negro girl by an English painter in the Caribbean. It is a striking illustration of scientific interest in natural phenomenon. The child's skin condition, now known as vitiligo or albinism, right, was the subject of scholarly discourse delivered before learned societies. Afflicted individuals were occasionally sent to London for examination. The primary question raised by this phenomenon was whether all men were of the same species or whether various races formed separate species, some superior and others inferior. William Byrd II of Virginia presented his observations on the subject to the Royal Society in London as early as 1697. John Mitchell of Virginia wrote at great length on this topic about the time this portrait was painted. His findings were also presented in London. The discussion continued at the American Philosophical Society in Philadelphia in the 1780s and the 1790s, with Thomas Jefferson voicing his opinions. The society, similar to the Royal Society of London, continues to support education and research into the physiological sciences to this day. Salute. So we just getting the background before we dig into our other topic. I wanted to show y'all this. Now look at this. Here's a depiction of Mary Sabina. This is not the spotted Negro boy. This is another American girl, albino, with her parrot, right? Salute. Let's take a look. This is her as she was older, right? Clearly female, right? They know who you are, Managa. They over here painting you, making clocks and all kind of stuff. They over here lusting after you, Managa. They know who you are. They know who you are. Let's go to it. This is her, Mary Sabina. They say you artwork, Managa. They say you artwork. All right, the true picture of Mary Sabina, who was born October 12, 1736 at Matuna, a plantation belonging to the Jesuits in the city of Cartagena in America, in the stronghold of the Negro, the stronghold of the colored race, the stronghold of the American Indian. Yeah. Let's see if we can read the inscription that's on this. Let's blow it up. Look at that. They got an albino snake down there at the bottom. I ain't mean to do that though. There you go. The imaginary picture of Mary. Nah, they said this the real. What they say imaginary. Look, they got a picture with a V. The V. Yeah, the V. It's ancient right here. Of Mary Sabina. And when they say imaginary, they mean imagery in this time. Imaginary don't mean fictitious. You gotta understand linguistics. I already know this. If you don't believe me, do your own research. When they say the imaginary, they mean the imagery. Picture of Mary Sabina, who was born. Dang, come on, man. Oh, come on, y'all. Hi, Jack. Here you go. Dang, man. Hi, Jack. Stop. All right, y'all. I had it, but I don't know what the heck. Let me see. There we go. Who was born October 12, 1736, at the plantation belonging to the Jesuits, city of Cartagena, in America, of Negro slaves. All right, basically the same thing we read. Yeah, that's our girl Mary Sabina, looking just like the spotted Indian boy, right? The beautiful spotted Indian boy. She's looking just like him. Clearly American Negroes. A piece to Creekside Yellow, piece to George Richard III. Salute. Tribe up. Salute. We just connecting dots, y'all. They be telling us a lot of stuff, y'all. We gonna connect. We gonna connect the dots, though, man. We gonna just keep connecting the dots, man. That's all we gonna do. We ain't gonna let them play us out of our identity. We ain't gonna let them play us out of our ethnicity and our nationality. We ain't gonna let them call us what they want to call us. No, we gonna tell them who we are. We ain't gonna let them control our narrative. We gonna control it. We not gonna let them tell our history. We gonna tell it. We can't leave that in their responsibility. We already know they're lying. They are liars. Why are you waiting on them to tell your story? Salute the 203 Low Gang. Salute. You can't wait on them to tell your story. You gotta take this in your own hands. You gotta teach your own children, my nigga. You can't wait on the colonizer public educational school system. You actually believe you sending your kids to John F. Kennedy Elementary or Martin Luther King Elementary, they gonna teach them this? No, they gonna teach them Kunti Kinte and Shaka Zulu, that they came from Africa and robbed you out your identity and your land. Mary Sabina, the variegated damsel. Mary Sabina, the variegated damsel. Let's see. Mary Sabina, the variegated damsel. You know, cause we dig for real, y'all, over here. You know, we don't just let them tell us anything and run with it and just pack our bags, ready to go on back to Africa. Or Africa back. How you go back to the future and you ain't never been there? You go back to Africa where you ain't never been. They want you to pack your bags and go to Africa. None of your ancestors ever been there. They want you to get on the ship with Jesse Jackson. Mary Sabina, the variegated damsel. In the exhibition hall of the college, there hangs a painting of a piebald Negro child. All right, so we got to dig on what piebald mean. You know, they got all kind of names. Now they calling you a piebald. What else they got for you? They call you a piebald Negro child. What is that? What's a piebald? I'm gonna look it up. The condition shown is very rare, and the picture has many other points of interest. The description at the bottom right-hand corner reads, "Yeah, we saw it. The true depiction of American Indian, Mary Sabina. We saw it, the Negro in America, Cartagena. We know." The earliest mention of this case of partial albinism seems to have been that made by Jose Gomila, a priest in charge of the Jesuit college at Cartagena of the Indies. The Indies, right? The West Indies, Indians, Indios, Negros. That is in Colombia. All right, salute. I'm not gonna read this whole thing. It's kind of lengthy. This can be a whole live stream on its own, and we might just dig on this later. But I'm gonna get to our main mission in a second. We might just dig on this later, but we ain't gonna read this whole thing because they go look it up. It say infant nede parson parents negres, right? Negro slaves. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get it. They say la original du portrait de la infant nor de et blanc, black and white. Blanc means white in French. Nor means black and white. Et black and white. Nor and black. Nor et black. Blanc. Nor et blanc. La original du portrait de l'infant nor et blanc a été trouvé à bord du navire, native, right? Navire, like creating, right? Yeah, I get it. I see. I understand. I kind of understand. When we're trying to read Bible, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Trying to read that Babylon. Salute the Merrick in the house. Salute Tribe Up. Merrick up in this piece. Salute. We tribing up in here, y'all. We got 12 knockers watching. You know what I'm saying? We tribing up heaven. We got 11 likes. Salute. We got 11 real knockers. We might got one pretending. I don't know. We might got a red man up in here or something. I don't know. Any Naga though. See, they got a parrot and a parasol. Cause you know the American Naga invented the parasol, right? You know we invented the umbrella, right? You know that, right? Make it rain. I'ma make it rain. You know the Naga invented the what that fella from Atlanta that used to be with P. Diddy all the time. Used to be with Outkast. What's his name, man? He used to always have his umbrella dance. What that brother name is? Hit me up in the chat if you know what that brother name is. I can't think of it right now. My brother used to be dancing Mr. Something. I forgot his name. I can't think. I be doing so much, y'all. Yeah, Mary Sabina, y'all. Black and white, born of 2 black slaves. They made that a note, the 2 black slaves. They say, nah, she ain't mixed with nothing. She just got a condition in America. In America, right? The Indian, right? The wonderful spotted Indian, right? The wonderful spotted Indian. That's her elder. Look at the beautiful sister. Look at that. You know, you was a marvel to these people. You was what they call a curiosity. They took you on ships, took you all across the sea to show you all the varieties, the natural varieties of mankind. Salute. No, original man, not mankind. Salute. You big dummy. Original man over here. You talking about the Israelites? Ain't no mankind. We might read on this whole thing on another stream. We ain't gonna do it tonight. I mean, it ain't a whole lot. I mean, hold on, let me see. What y'all say? Y'all want to do it half of it French? It ain't even gonna be the whole thing. Ain't have a couple pages. I guess we can before we jump into the other topic. I got time. It's early. Yeah, let's dig on it, y'all. Let's go on and dig on it. Might as well. We'll skip the French. Yeah, in the exhibition hall of the college, there hangs a painting of a piebald Negro child. The condition shown is very rare, and the picture has many other points of interest. Many other points of interest, they say. The inscription at the bottom right in corner reads, we know what it read. You know what I'm saying? She was born in Cartagena in America. Sabina. The earliest mention of this case of partial albinism seems to have been that made of Jose Gomel, a priest in charge of the Jesuit college at Cartagena of the Indies, that is in Colombia. In his book, El Orinoco Ilustrado y Defendido, Historia Natural y Geográfica de este Gran Río, published in Madrid in the year 1745. He relates how, when visiting the sick in the plantation hospital, he saw a negress who had with her a 6-month-old child, of so extraordinary in appearance that he was convinced he would be accused of exaggeration in his description of it. He advised the mother to guard the baby very carefully, lest someone should cast an evil eye upon it, and the mentions that many careful drawings were made of it. Gomila attributed the black and white markings of the skin to the fact that the mother had in her possession before the birth of the child a black and white dog with similar patterns. Naturally, the little girl attracted much attention throughout the district, and the directors of the English factory at Cartagena directed that a portrait of her should be made for a dispatch to London. A further look at that. So see, when they seeing you Negroes with your feathers on and your bow and arrow, even when you had whether you had albinism, whether you were just Negro, they was painting your ass. They say, I can't believe this. They was sending it back to London.
You
they was
big
doing
dummy.
all kind of stuff. They couldn't believe you now. Hey, salute to Smitty Oaks in the house. Smitty Oaks in the house. Smitty Oaks. Farnsworth Bentley. That's right. Farnsworth Bentley. Always dancing with the parasol, my knocker. Farnsworth Bentley. George William III say Farnsworth. Smitty say Farnsworth. That's what I was trying to think about. Farnsworth Bentley with that parasol. You know, that's that Naga stuff, man. Come on, y'all. In 1745, he relates how when visiting the sick in the plantation hospital, he saw the niggers, right? And he made the dispatch for London. They said, we got to paint this Naga. A further contribution to the story comes in 1765 in a letter addressed to the Earl of Morton, president of the Royal Society, and later published in the Philosophical Transactions written by James Parsons, MD, FRS. The follows a short time previous. No, this was in reference to a white Negro boy who had been brought before the Fellows a short time previously. Referring to similar cases that had come to this notice, Parsons grew the following information that he had received from a lady of his acquaintance formerly resident in Virginia. This was the Admiral Franklin had found upon a captured Spanish ship a picture of a boy who was a beautifully modeled all over with black and white spots as any dog that ever was seen. Several copies of the picture was made in Carolina and it was said to be the portrait of a child born of Negro parents upon the Spanish Main. Boy, see, they was documenting, y'all. Hey, salute to teaching 777 in the house. Tribe members in the house, y'all. Members in the house, y'all. Show respect, show some love. Teaching 777, a tribe member. That's a tribe member right there. You see the star by her name. You know what I'm saying? Go and get your membership. You know, our sister on that member. She in the tribe, y'all. Tribe up with me. Let's get this thing popping, y'all. Alright, and it says a further contribution, we just went through that. In the monograph on albinism in man, prepared by Carl Pearson, E. Nethership, and C.H. Usher, and published in 1911, it is pointed out in regard to this case mentioned by Dr. Parsons that there was no Admiral Franklin on the West Indies station at this period, but there was a Captain Thomas Franklin. You know what I'm saying? Afterwards, Sir Thomas Franklin, who was stationed in the Bahamas and who captured a Spanish ship, La Concepcion, bound from Cartagena for the Havana, which was taken to Charleston, South Carolina. The mistake about the sex of the child is probably of no consequence. There is a further complication to this story since George Louis Leclerc de Beaufort. Okay, so they're saying a mistake about, so this possibly is the beautiful spotted Negro boy. See, this possibly is him. They're saying a mistake. The mistake about the sex. That's what they just said. The sex of there was no animal. Let's see. Let's run that back a minute. They say this was that Admiral Frank had found upon a captured Spanish ship a picture of a boy. Yeah. So this probably is. So this has to be the beautiful spotted Negro boy. Salute. But they thought it was a girl. We just connecting dots, y'all. They thought it was a girl. Let's continue. The mistake of the sex of the child is probably of no consequence. That's of no consequence. That's irrelevant. There is a future complication in this story since George Louis Leclerc de Beaufort, 1707 to 1788, includes the volume 6 of the supplement to his Histoire Naturelle, an engraving of a piebald child who is indubitably the one described by Gomila in the subject of the college painting. The original of the engraving, he says, was a colored portrait sent to him by M. Taverne, formerly burgomaster of Dunkirk, accompanied by a letter dated 10th of September 1772, giving the information that the painting had been found in an English prize captured by the Corsair La Royale. Below the picture says Buffin was the inscription in English. So they must have never saw albinism until they came to America. Mary Sabina, born the 12th of October 1736 at Matuna, a plantation belonging to the Jesuits. J. Pence says, M. Taverne in this letter, Malgracie, I'm not going to read that. In his reply dated 13th of October, Buffon remarks that he had never previously come across such a condition. They never saw it before. Though he was at first inclined to agree with M. Taverne that this was the offspring of mixed percentage. He thought they was mixed. Just like, you know, you might have bros and sisters that's my sister yellow bone and I'm one shade away from smutty black and we got the same mom and daddy.
You big dummy.
You cannot calculate the melanin gene, fool, you big dummy. You can't calculate what we gonna look like. It's a mixed multitude over here. You know what I'm saying? Our father Moses told you that. Mixed multitude. He wasn't talking about mixed people. You don't get it? Let's continue though. Offspring of mixed parentage. He goes on to point out that low scoring, fate, reflection, corn, a mile at millions, the examples of, I don't know, man. I ain't finna try to read all that. In a further letter dated 29th October, M. Taverne gives more precise and probably more accurate details of the provenance of the portrait. La original du portrait de la infant noir black et trouvé à bord du navire Le Croatan de Londres venant de and he proceeds to give instances of such markings in horses, cat. Oh, he want to try to talk about you like you're an animal, Managa.
You big dummy. Now who sent you, nigga?
We ain't no animals, man. Just because the little brother got albinism, he ain't an animal, he ain't a horse, he ain't a cow, a sheep, pig, a dog, rabbit, none of that. So why not in man? Indeed, he maintains it is surprising that it does not occur more often. Well, it occurs plenty often in our people, just like sickle cell. You know what I'm saying? Something that y'all don't carry that much, because y'all got a whole different mankind thing going about you. You know what I'm saying? You talking about the original man over here, different whole DNA, whole different makeup. Buffon, however, was not convinced. Though he could provide no irrefutable proof for his own theory, he had no proof. He thinking monkeys involved, that's his people. He thinking they was mixed, that's his people. And seemingly the correspondence closed. The engraving that is reproduced to illustrate his remarks was made from the picture supplied by M. Taverne in Forms Plate 2. And that's dope right there. I'm gonna put that on the t-shirt, black and white tee, my nigga. Volume 6 of the supplement of the Historian Natural. It is undoubtedly the same child as is shown in the cottage painting, but the background is entirely changed. The loincloth is not shown, and the figure is reversed. Yeah, they always reverse and stuff, right? Like the Indian with his dart and bow and his eager eye for his woodland foe. He was looking left, and they flipped him to the right and called him a Moor. You know what I'm saying? They always. You ain't seen that live stream by the Negro Archer boy. Go check that one out. Salute. The man had a project in the house. You know what I'm saying? Man had a project up in this piece. Yeah, it's a the last may have been an error on the part of the engraver, for in the complete works of Buffon this is corrected. What became of the original picture used by Buffon is not known. Yeah, they don't never know. In the records of the University of St. Andrews, there is evidence of another portrait of Mary Sabina. It is stated that on 11th of May 1753, a picture of a girl, black and white, born to two black slaves at Matuna in America, was presented to the university by Sir James Home of BJ. To see all these, they can't hide all these records, y'all. It's just too many receipts. This is no longer in possession of the university, nor is there any trace of the time or circumstance of its disposal. See, somebody done stole it, they done burned it, hid it. Why? You know why? It does not seem likely, however, that this was the picture that M. Taverne sent to Buffon in 1772. Nearly 100 years elapsed before any further mention is made of Mary Sabina or her portrait. Boy, they thought it was gone. They was like, yes.
You big dummy. Now who sent you, nigga?
They were like, that nigga is long gone. Good riddance, right? That's what they thought, right? In his lectures on dermatology delivered in 1870, Eramus Wilson makes the following statement about the portrait of our little variegated damsel. The variegated damsel, y'all. The variegated damsel. That original picture having lately come into my possession, I have the opportunity of exhibiting it here on the present occasion. I may remark upon the admirable painting of the work. In the series of lectures that Sir Eramus gave in 1876, he added the information that this portrait had been offered for sale to the college. This offer not being accepted, he bought the picture himself. He was like, I'll take it, sure, and later gave it to the college. Inquiries have not revealed the name of the previous owner or owners, and so the problem of the portrait remains unsolved. Were there, in fact, three somewhat similar paintings, one owned by M. It don't even matter. It don't matter if it was 30 of them. Now lost, one by Sir James Home, also lost, and the third now in the possession of the college, the early history of which is unknown, or was only one portrait brought to Europe, a portrait that seems to have had a somewhat adventurous career. All that's irrelevant. All that's irrelevant. It don't matter if it was 1,000 of them. They told on themselves. According to the extensive evidence, they tried to get rid of it. Yeah, you lucky. According to the extensive evidence collected by Pearson's, Nethership, and Usher, the piebald is rare, far rarer than the complete albino. No, it ain't that rare. I seen somebody with this condition the other day. Although it might appear from the historical accounts that the condition was more common a couple of centuries ago, this may be a fallacy. For in many cases, the individuals were unnamed and records made by different writers might in fact refer to the same person or persons. It is interesting in this connection to mention a case of partial albinism recorded by Johann Friedrich Blumenbach and a watercolor portrait of undoubtedly the same individual among John Hunter's collection of drawings. This was John Richardson's Primrose Bowlby. Yep, John Bowlby, Primrose Bowlby. That's who the beautiful spotted Negro boy is, John Bowlby. We looked at that earlier. Who was born on the 5th of July, 1774 at Gungaboo near Kingston, Jamaica, where his parents were slaves. At the age of 12, he was sent to Liverpool, but some 3 years later came to London, where he was bought by a showman named Claude. Yep, put him in the zoo, right? Put him in the fair. It was in Claude's exhibition at Exeter Change that John Hunter most probably saw him. In 1791, Blumenbach visited London for the second. See? For the second time. On this occasion, saw the piebald youth in illustration and description of whom he included in the third edition of his Natural Varieties of Mankind, published in 1795 and dedicated to Sir Joseph Banks. We was talking to American Indian, the American Negro salute. We just putting records on records, man. We ain't playing with these people, man. We is not playing games, y'all. We connecting dots. We finna get into the main event, though. We were just connecting some dots from the early live stream, Managa. We just connecting the dots, Managa, with the so-called pieball, right? They're calling you all kind of stuff, Managa. We just connecting the dots. That's all we doing. We about to get into this main event. We about to get into it, y'all. Yeah, I'm talking the same Naga, Managa. Y'all always talking about you, Managa. All right. Now we're about to get into the main topic. The main topic of the show tonight is the Croatan Indians of the Carolinas. And if you saw the intro, that's a picture of a real deal Croatan Indian. That's one of our granddaddies. Salute.
You big dummy.
Look at our granddaddy, man. Look at one of our great-great-granddaddies. Our forefathers. These your forefathers, my nigga. It's a Croatan Indian right here. What you would call the American Negro. You were falsely labeled an African American. Yeah, we get it. You about to dig on it. We about to dig on this, the main event for the night. We talking to Croatan Indians, and right here we looking at a Croatan Indian by the name of Jonathan Goodman, Managa. Jonathan Goodman, salute to the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? They fought for their ancestral land. They say don't call them something that they are not. They say they ain't going nowhere. They say they intend to stay right where they are from now until forever. Your ancestors is buried here. Let's go and get into it. We're talking to Croatans, Managa. And right now, I'm on docsouth.unc.edu, documenting the American South. George Edwin Butler, 1868 to 1941, the Croatan Indians of Sampson County, North Carolina. Their origin and racial status, a plea for separate schools. Salute. Right now we see Jonathan Goodman. The subject of this sketch is now 76 years old. This was at the time, this was written in 1916, I guess. And resides in Honeycutt Township, Sampson County. His wife, now dead, was Dorcas Maynard. Their children and grandchildren attend the Indian School in Herrings Township. Jonathan Goodman's father was Timothy Goodman, and his mother was Nancy Maynard. The records in the Register of Deeds Office of Sampson County show that Timothy Goodman was a large landowner before the Civil War, and at his death, his widow Nancy Goodman was assigned dower in this land in Sampson County, according to these records. She was a typical Croatan Indian and showed no traces of Negro blood. Oh, wow. Y'all see that? Showed no traces of Negro blood.
You big dummy.
Why is you can't separate the Indian from the Negro? Jonathan's grandmother was Nancy Revel, and the Revel family are now prominent Croatans in Robeson County. Okay, so so his wife might have been a light-skinned sister, yellow bone, you know. You see what he clearly is. Salute.
You big dummy.
Notice they ain't say he ain't have no Negro blood. They wouldn't dare. Let's dig a little more. The Croatan Indians were also known as Lumbee Indians, right? The Lumbee Indians, rather, are also known as Croatans. The Croatan is their origin. And right now, we on www.starnewsonline.com. The Lumbee Indians, black, white, and shades of red.
You big dummy.
Au bon sauvage. Au négré l'Amérique. Et l'Amérique négrée.
Black, white, and shades of red. We already know that shades of red stuff is just some old, we know that's all myth, right? We know the shades of red things, myth. Ain't no such thing as a red man. We know that's all myth. We know it's all fictitious, right? So we ain't gonna even dwell on that. Let's get into it. Let me line this up while I make sure y'all can see it clearly. All right, the Lumbee Indians, black, white, and shades of red. And this was by Ben Stillman and Star News staff, and this was back in 2018 on October 20th. For those who see the South in terms of black and white, the Lumbee Indians have always posed a problem. I wonder why. Why they pose a problem?
You big dummy.
Why did the Lumbee Indians pose a problem? Teacher 777 says she related to the Lumbee. Salute. The largest Native American community east of the Mississippi, the Lumbees, continue to occupy the lands they've called home for centuries, mostly in Robeson County. Some people and some Lumbees still claim that they're the descendants of the Croatan Indians, the Croatans. We just said that, the Croatans, right? They say, yeah, we descendants of the Croatans, like Jonathan Goodman. We descendants of them Nagas. That's what they said. And of the survivors of Sir Walter Raleigh's lost colony. Yet the Lumbees have strained relations with many other established tribes, and they fought a frustrating political battle in Washington to win the benefits that other Native communities receive. The case against the Lumbees is complex. Critics claim that they don't have a traditional tribal structure. The Lumbee, critics who? Colonizers gonna tell them how their tribal structure is supposed to be? Salute. The Lumbee Constitution was only adopted in 2000. See, they adopted the Constitution in 2000. My nigga, we need to tribe up and get our Constitution. We got our own nation. We don't gotta wait on them. Salute. We can create our own nation. We know who we are. They don't have a separate language. Their tribal religion is either Methodist or Baptist. So see, they've been Christianized. Also, their ancestry is clearly mixed. Oh, how do you say that? Clearly mixed. As Melinda Mayer Laurie, a Lumbee herself, what do you mean they're not full-blooded Negro? Notes in her groundbreaking history. The Lumbees probably descend from bands of multiple tribes. Cherokee, Saponi, we know what the Saponi look like, Hateras, Tuscarora, and possibly even the remains of the Cape Fear Indians from the southeastern coast. Anytime you talk about the remains of somebody, you know them was Nagas, who were pushed back into moccasins and swamplands in the 1700s and early 1800s. These groups spoke multiple languages. Algonquin, we know those are Nagas. Algonquin, Sioux, and Iroquois. We know those, the Iroquois, the original Iroquois. We know those are very, very black Nagas. So they adopted English as a lingua franca, a common language, right? Their very name, Lumbe, from the nearby Lumbe River was only adopted in the 1950s. Before that, they had been referred to by state government as Croatans. Cherokees, although the Lumbee have no ties to the Cherokee Nation. They say we ain't got no ties to the Cherokee. They calling them Cherokees, and they ain't got no ties to the Cherokees. That Cherokee tribe, man, I don't trust that tribe, y'all. I do not trust that tribe, y'all. That tribe there.
You big dummy.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Now who sent you, nigga?
I know about that Cherokee tribe, y'all. They say government Croatans, then Cherokees, although the Lumbees have no ties to the Cherokee. Okay, any Naga. Yet they form tight-knit families and close communities. Joining them and intermarrying with them were a number of whites.
You big dummy. 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 You big dummy.
Often escaping Delta's prison or the hangman's noose. They say they were intermarrying with whites, a number of whites who were often escaping debtor's prison or the hangman's noose. They was marrying whites that was escaping the noose, my nigga.
You big dummy.
Real history over here, my nigga. Broke ass whites that they was marrying who was running from debtor's prison and getting hung. And a number of so-called escaped slaves or the Indians and free persons of color. As a result, some lumbies resemble Hollywood $5 pretenders.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Cause they was mixing with whites, escaping the hangman noose in debtor's prison. Now they looking like Hollywood pretenders out of central casting. And the others resemble Africans.
You big dummy.
The Naga is the Indian, you big dummy, you big gigantic, you big old dummy. Yeah, others with fair hair and pale skin could attend a Klan rally. Woo, woo. Boy, they telling it now. They say, yeah, them $5 pretenders.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
They say they got fair hair and pale skin, and they can go straight to the Klan rally. And members of all three groups could claim each other as cousins.
You big dummy.
Ain't my cousin. Ain't my cousin. Damn sure ain't my cousin. I got my family tree. All this doesn't matter according to Larry. Most Indian tribes are mixtures of different. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. They always want to say the Indian is gone. No, we right here, Monaga. We right here, Monaga. We got plenty of depictions. The nappy-headed Naga has gone nowhere. And he ain't mixed with everybody. It's the numbers are so small that you can't even say we mixed out. Not even 5% of our people intermarry with others. Stop it. We don't even intermarry with other Nagas from different nations. These American Nagas don't even marry African Nagas, let alone white people. Not no great numbers. You know what I'm saying? He say all this. He say the difference. Hold on, y'all. Let me get a sip of my water. Hold on. I done got a dry throat. I've been going. He say the difference is a holdover of 19th century racism, which held that no pure Indians could be a Naga, could have black blood, could have not even a drop. They say no pure Indians could have a drop of Naga blood.
You big dummy.
Explain this. They talking that in the 20th century, and this right here is from the 1700s. Explain that, Monaga. They have no explanation. They have no receipts, Monaga. This is all fun and games to me. I done forgot where I was at. Oh, no, I ain't forget where I was at. That's what they did. They threw me off. They say, Laurie is highly skeptical of the whole lost colony business, although some Lumbee writers such as Adolph Dial in The Only Land I Know. The only land I know, Monaga, salute. This is, I don't know nowhere else, man. You put me in Africa, I'm like Red Fox. I'm like, send back to who? Like, man, you better send me back to Florida. Red Fox said send him back to Missouri. He say home, send me back home, man. I don't know my way. That's what I look like out in the jungle with some Quetzalcoatl slides on. What the hell? He says he's the only man I know, man. Still swear by the tale. The Croatan theory seems to have emerged with a white state legislator, Hamilton Macmillan, in the 1880s, possibly for cynical political reasons, to lure the Lumbees from the Republican Party. Tar Heel Democrats, Tar Heels, huh? Tar Heels, Tar Babies, Tar Heels, offered them recognition, their own segregated school system and own teachers, training school. Now the University of North Carolina at Pembroke. Wow. So the University of North Carolina at Pembroke used to be their school. Interesting. Still, as readers of Josephine Humphrey's classic, Nowhere Else on Earth, no Lumbee history has plenty of romance. There's the whole saga of Henry Berry Lowry, the Lumbee Robin Hood, who resisted Confederate officials conscripting Lumbees as slave labor. So we know what the Lumbees look like. Salute. We talking slave labor. We know who they were slaving. Hey, salute to HSB, Overwatch in the house, Creekside Yell in the house, Low Gang in the house, Teacher 777 in the house, Manhattan Project in the house, Smitty Oaks in the house, George Richard III in the house, the Merrick in the house. We tried up. My nigga. This ain't slave lady. We know these are niggas. To help build Fort Fisher and who robbed from the rich to give to the poor. Now I bet if you look up who built Fort Fisher, I bet you they tell you Negroes and Indians. They gonna instead of saying Negro Indians, they gonna say Negroes and they gonna slide the and in there. Lowry's maid Marion was the beautiful Rhonda Strong. Once, when 3 of Lowry's cohorts were jailed in Wilmington, Rhoda came to town to free them. Rhoda came with that scrap. She was like, I gotta free my niggas. Either by dallying with the jailer or whacking him over the head.
You big dummy. Now who sent you, nigga?
Rhoda said free. Rhoda said free the guys. Hey, Lumbee women, Lowry notes proudly, are especially independent. Now who else got the strong independent women? Come on, man. Until the 1870s, many Lumbee men took their wives' families' names instead of the other way around. Wow. We ain't doing all that though, y'all. And many Lumbee women in the depression of other hard times kept their families fed by bootlegging. They were bootlegging that bootleg whiskey, liquor. They were like blacks with guns, like Indians with whiskey. So then there was the Battle of Hayes Pond in 1958 when a band of Lumbees, including a number of World War II and Korean veterans, broke up a Klan rally and ran the Klansmen out of Robeson. They say, get y'all. They say,
sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Motherfucking word, and this shit is over.
They said, y'all gotta get on up out of here. They said, y'all in here with this Ku Klux Klan rally. The Lumbee Indians said, no. We ain't playing with y'all.
Now who sent you, nigga?
To get out of here. This is a stronghold of the Naga. What's wrong with you? Talking about a Klan rally. Stronghold of the colored race fools. You crazy? Run y'all up out of here. They say them Lumbees, they say Jonathan Goodman and them Lumbee Indians, they say they ran up in there. There was some World War II and Korean veterans talking about we done went to war for our ancestral land, and y'all coming up here talking about run, nigga, run? No, you run. They broke up that whole Klan rally. They were scalping people. They were swinging on people. Jonathan Goodman, he was knocking niggas out. He was. Somebody had the bow and arrow. They pulled up on their back. You know what I'm saying? They got loose up in there. They ran them Klan members, got up out of there, y'all. They got gone. Lowry, a former Harvard professor. This man was a Harvard professor too. He'll get gangster with you. Who is now director of the Center for the Study in the American South at Chapel Hill, writes dense chapters of historical analysis. She punctuates them, however, the personal interlude stories from her own family and impressionistic descriptions of such customs as Lumbee Homecoming, which usually takes place each year around the 4th of July. I wouldn't mind visiting the Lumbee Homecoming. A later chapter covers the scourge of the drug trade, which worsened a culture of violence. Of interest to Wilmington readers, Lowry offers an alternate explanation for the murder of Michael Jordan. Oh, all right. All right, I guess it's her that's writing all of this. All right, so that article is pretty good. Salute. Hey, they ran that. I wish I was been there. I would have helped. They ran the Klan out, man. I would have been loving that, man. They were like, y'all better get out of here, buddy. Stronghold of the Naga. Y'all here talking about a Klan rally? Is y'all crazy? That was the Lumbee story. That was the Croatan told their ass. Man, these folks crazy, man. They be trying us, y'all. They need to respect our house, though. You know what I'm saying? They need to respect our house. We don't mind letting the door not hit your ass, but most times hit your ass. You feel me? Hey, peace to everybody in the chat. Peace to the tribe. Peace to everybody that's watching, man. Hey, y'all tribe up with me. Y'all get that membership. Let's blow this thing up. Y'all spread this message. Put it on your Facebook. Put it on your Twitter. Put it on your Instagram. And dare somebody to look at it. Say, man, I dare you. You trying to go to Africa and you ain't never been there. Say, I dare you look at this video. You know what I'm saying? Tell them not that you dare, my nigga. They say, tell him Blackjack sent you, my nigga.
Now who sent you, nigga?
Somebody say
Say
Blackjack sent you, my nigga.
motherfucking word, and this shit is
Peace to the tribe.
And I ain't playing, nigga.
Peace to Lamarique right here. Peace to Lamarique, y'all. Check out Lamarique, the beautiful Lamarique, y'all. Let me get this off this video display. Lamarique, the beautiful Lamarique, y'all. Isn't she lovely? Like Stevie Wonder say, isn't she lovely? She got her loincloth, my nigga. She got her friend's loincloth. She got her barrettes. Look at the kinky dreads, my nigga. Look at the kinky nights, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Look at that, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's Lamarique, my nigga. That's Lamarique, my nigga. We got Florida there chilling. She posted. Little girl Florida chilling. That's Shalom. Hey y'all, we out this piece, y'all. Respect my house. Well, then don't hit your ass with the most high, split your ass, you a $5 favor.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Peace to the tribe, y'all. We out. Peace.